Hi everyone, welcome back to Screamers. We are still in Switzerland, but it is our last morning here. How's everyone feeling?
Very sad about that, but my wallet is very, very happy about that fact.
I'm really dreading the Monzo summary of your holiday in Switzerland.
I'm going to just choose not to be able to read. That's just what I'm going to do. Suddenly the numbers don't mean anything to me.
So guys, once again, it is the morning after the night before.
Yep.
England have made it out the group stage.
As we always knew they would. There was no stress.
There was never any doubt.
Never any doubt. Who was stressed? Who was figuring out possible permutations?
Who called it the group of death in the first place?
Yeah. Who looked at that dreadful performance against France and thought, oh, we might struggle here actually.
So we were at the game last night. We had a lovely trip to St. Gallen.
Yes.
Loved that stadium.
Lovely stadium, lovely view, incredible. I'm quite besotted by all the stadiums in Switzerland, to be honest.
They've all been great. Yeah, I think St. Gallen, it was very random. It was like above a shopping centre.
Yeah.
Which I rate and respect. And there was a decathlon there. Love a decathlon.
Had a nice supermarket restaurant meal, like with a plate full of schnitzel and wurst.
I had a wurst.
It was delightful.
And a nice little size as well. It was like tiny, wasn't it?
Yes, 18,000 I think capacity. Something like that.
So we went there for a football game.
That thing that we do, that we watch. Yeah, it was the last... it was quite a weird trip because we started with the first England match, which obviously if we'd lost that could have derailed the entire holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And we went into it ending the holiday with an England match where it was more unlikely than likely that we would like crash out of the group. But like it still could have been a possibility, and I loved our planning that we could have started and ended on a really shit note for England. Love Switzerland, what a crap trip. But fortunately the girls delivered and Wales did not cover themselves in glory for their final showing in the group.
No, I think the one thing they can take from it is that they could have just defended for their lives, but they really were trying to attack. And I know you have thoughts on this, Jessie, but I am really happy for them that they got a goal.
I am so happy for the Welsh journey. I'm so happy that they scored twice in two separate matches. I love that one of the goals obviously was Jess Fishlock in the previous match. We love Hannah Kane, and we love Hannah Kane. About how much we love Hannah Kane. But there is just something in me when I watch football. I don't care how much I love that opposition team. They need to die. They need
Please
to be
bear in
in
mind, I was sitting next to my girlfriend who was in a Welsh shirt looking sad.
I think if she wasn't there, you would have cheered anyway.
Sad.
She was. Really
You would have cheered anyway.
I think I did a clap. I was like a solemn clap.
I just felt like we were already 5 goals up by that point.
Yeah.
That like, you know.
Oh, like I wasn't angry about
it would have been
sorry,
churlish.
that sounded really patronising.
Yeah.
But like
it wasn't like I was angry about. Also, I was overjoyed for Wales, but I'm like, there are other players in this tournament. As incredible as that, we'll get onto the England goals obviously, but as incredible as that ball was from Jess Fishlock, there are other players in the tournament who are capable of making balls like that. So we need to. It was like, okay, this match is fine. We're so far ahead, but that kind of combination of an amazing pass with a really speedy forward might still be where we have a little bit of a downfall. So let's stay switched on.
Well, I think they'll probably talk about that as like, you know,
the one thing
that they needed to work on after that game.
But I mean, it was a brilliant ball, wasn't it?
It was
a brilliant ball.
So good. And it is nice for them, even if they're going out on a thrashing, to have scored in that game.
Yeah. And like the red wall, I'm so glad we were sat the side we were
near them,
to be right by the red wall. Did you see that that clip afterwards that Rhiannon Wilkinson after the game climbed over and shook that? I mean, did she shake hands with everyone? I don't know, but I love her climbing over the barrier. I can never imagine Serena doing that. Maybe because she couldn't get over the barrier, but like just like the celebration and the Wales players all came over to the fans at the end, and then Jess Fishlock sort of took herself off separately in a way that feels like this is the goodbye, isn't it?
Gutting.
Should we talk about England though?
Yeah. First thing for England is I'm really happy for Alessia Russo that she
got her goal.
Managed to get her goal last
Waiting
night.
for her brother to get home from Love Island so you could see.
It was a long time coming, and she's been working so hard, and she really deserved it. As Lucy, your girlfriend, said, she's going to get one with an Ella Toon assist, and that's
we're
how it went down.
rolling it back, aren't we? We're rolling it back to 2022, all these Toon and Russo link-ups.
We are. Oh, also, we recorded in the stadium the new Toon. We couldn't remember the rhythm of the new Toon chant.
Oh yeah.
Me and Lucy live recorded it last night so that we wouldn't forget it.
Okay.
And here goes.
2, 7.
So there we are. Everyone can learn that
That's
now.
new.
But it
Tune.
wasn't like that. It was clapping.
Yeah. But we were just giving you the rhythm.
So just if you mentally replace those does with claps,
Exactly.
it's like you're in the stadium.
Tune. Right.
Perfect.
So now everyone can learn that for the quarterfinal on Thursday.
Because it does feel like they're both on hot streaks. I've been so overjoyed with Ella Toon's performance. I think again she had another great game last night, whereas doing that job of sort of LJ, because LJ has the free and deserves that freedom to just cause chaos, and it felt like a lot more of it was coming down the left wing initially, because I think maybe if Wales were like, shit, okay, they're gonna go through Lauren James, so maybe, and we left it a little bit open for very speedy Lauren Hemp. But I think Toon was doing a brilliant job of working in and around and with Lauren James, and the things LJ can do with a ball.
I mean, essentially, she was like the root of most of our goals last night. Like
it's just mad. It's madness.
Yeah,
she just doesn't even need the speed that she has, because no one can get the ball off her. No one thinks through what she's about to do. So she just has that freedom on the pitch. It is so incredible to watch.
She thinks like 3 steps forward, because if you come up against her as a defender, you're thinking, okay, well, I won't lunge in, because then if I lunge in, she'll take the ball around me. So instead, I'll do this. But she's all right. Well, they're not going to lunge in, but so then they're going to think they should do this, so then I'll do that.
It's like 4D chess.
There is no way of competing with it. It's amazing.
She is like firmly on the England scene now.
It's her tournament. It is her tournament.
It's a shame she didn't get like
I know.
goal. It's like she got sort of the pre-assist or the pre-assist.
She was so instrumental in basically all of them, though, wasn't she?
Yeah, and it's like, oh, but her name's not going to go down on the score sheet in a way that obviously everyone who watched the game will know how influential she was. But
who was player of the match?
Kira
Walsh.
Oh, nice.
Who I loved that they were all just like trying to get Kira a goal towards the end.
She was so close at one point.
And there was one where she hit it and then just turned away and laughed, and I'm like, yeah.
I genuinely, okay, I'm putting this prediction in now. Kira Walsh, England Euros top goal scorer.
She kept saying this in the stadium last night every time Kira took a shot.
Genuinely, I think just like, a couple more goals.
I don't know.
There we go. Why not?
I think
Why
it could
not?
happen.
I think it could happen for Georgia Stanway as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's actually going to happen, but it's a fun prediction.
Walsh,
It does feel for once though like in the Nations League it wasn't feeling like that for a while, but it does feel like actually our goals are coming from multiple places.
Totally. I felt that both games. Like
6 different goal scorers last night.
It's so good.
Really. I mean, Aggie got her goal.
I was so happy that Aggie got a goal.
Buzzing for her.
I like that she got. I mean, it's what you can get with a result like that, isn't it? That you can bring on Aggie for a much longer amount of time. But I'm glad she got like a decent job.
Me too.
I don't think any of the subs really made a strong case to be starters.
No, I actually agree. I really like the lineup that Serena has used the last couple of games. I think it's worked really well.
The movement of them all around the pitch, and it's not even just after, sometimes after a corner when you see like teams obviously all out of position, so people are in different roles. But the fluidity of the team in general,
I loved it.
People are dipping in and covering.
Yeah,
and
everyone was everywhere.
Yeah,
I feel like there were just so many overlaps, and then like defenders coming up into the midfield.
Yeah,
Jess Carter kind of like holding everything.
That Jess Carter sweeper role
last night.
Yeah,
the Jess Carter sweeper role is a revelation. I love it so much.
Yeah, and I just think like Greenwood and Hemp, obviously, because we were saying earlier that they were kind of focusing a little bit on defending Lauren James, and then it just made that Greenwood Hemp channel so good. And then you've got Alex Greenwood like putting crosses in, and nearly scoring from that.
Yeah,
the passing range she has. I really wanted a Greenwood goal. I need
it's coming. I think
Greenwood goal.
Free kick.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be playing Sweden. We were obviously at the Sweden-Germany game, and all of us, I think, went into it thinking, oh my God, we really want Sweden to win because we want to play Sweden. I don't know if anyone is feeling quite so sure that we want to play Sweden anymore.
No.
Especially after that performance. And also after the fact that they've been unbeaten for a year.
I don't want to play Sweden, but I prefer having Sweden and not having the other side.
Yeah.
Oh my God, our side of the draw is definitely preferable.
Yeah, if we don't make the final, it's entirely our own fault.
100%. We should be able to get through a Sweden game and then a Norway or an Italy game.
I think that Sweden did look obviously very good in that game against Germany, helped by the fact that they were playing against them for a large part of the match. But the thing is, I think I would still rather play Sweden because as good as they are as a team, they don't have players like Germany have.
Ulebrand
You can set up perfectly. You can have the perfect game plan, and then Ulebrand will do something incredible.
I do actually agree, yeah.
And like there's no way whereas I feel like there is a way to prepare for Sweden. Like we can set up and tactically have that, but I just don't. I like Ulebrand, that first game against Poland, there was nothing coming, and then she picks up the ball on the sixpence and then smashes it into the goal. Yeah. What did you do for that? So I think I'd rather do that and avoid having to play Spain, who we also saw earlier in the week.
We did see them.
We saw it play Italy up from the God. I say up in the God. It was actually an incredible view at the Young Boys Stadium.
I really loved it.
At the Wankdorf.
I loved the Wankdorf.
Had a great time at the Wankdorf.
It's very exciting.
We were like bird's eye view down the pitch from behind the goal to watch that. It had glimmers of excitement, I'd say.
Yeah, the actual game itself. I mean,
I watched it. I can't remember
when Italy got their equaliser early on in the game. That was pretty exciting.
I felt like there was a lot of Italy fans as well, or at least a lot of people rooting for Italy in that stadium.
Yeah, there were. We were in and amongst it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we were sat above the out of time Spanish drummer. He brought a massive drum into the stadium and then kept trying to do beats for people to like clap along to, but he kept changing the beat every time. It's like, this is nice. So have you seen Germany? I think I said we'd seen like, obviously Germany on the TV, and then the next night we saw how coordinated the German fans were.
It's quite scary actually. It's like
they're really good
rehearsing.
The fans for every...
Also the Swedish fans.
Also the Swedish fans.
Oh my God, guys, we haven't talked about how we met the Soft Hooligans.
I know.
That was actually the highlight of the Sweden-Germany night.
I'm still starstruck.
So starstruck.
I feel like my world was quite recently opened to the concept of the Soft Hooligans.
Me too, only just before we came, really.
Yeah, I think because there was it like Copper 90 video about them, and I was like, wow, I love these guys. And then, we met them, we spoke to them.
Met them at a wine bar. I tried to say that I'd worn a Norwegian shirt as like, Nordic solidarity, and they said, well, they're our biggest rivals. And I went,
they were having none of it.
Also, I feel like a wine bar after a football game is very soft hooligan.
Very
very. It's just I think we should have more wine bars post football games.
Oh, they were great. I loved them. Shout out to the Soft Hooligans.
They taught us the Stina Blackstenius chant in Swedish. Can either of you remember it?
Oh God, no. But I did sing them the Swedish.
But we took a video of it,
anthem.
so we can relearn it when we get home.
We can relearn, and Anna did bang out the Swedish national anthem for them. They were very
one
impressed.
line of
They were really impressed. Only one line. It was the best line.
Yeah,
it is. It's like the crux, the peak of the very emotional anthem.
It's like the bit in the Wales national anthem last night where you can tell like 30% of the crowd knows all of it, and then 100% of the crowd knows that line.
That was like when they started all singing that together at like 80 minutes. That was actually very emotional.
I did feel like they were absolutely going to tee up another goal. I said to Lucy last night that this is always the time that a team concedes, when their crowd starts singing. Having seen Liverpool do that many times for the WSL, when the moment we start singing "You'll Walk Alone," and then we like, fuck's sake.
They just get distracted listening.
Yeah, distracted.
The Soft Hooligans were wonderful, and they talked to I think we just have to go to Sweden now. Go watch what's the team? The Vitcher? Was that the how you pronounce it?
I can't remember how you pronounce it, but Minnie Gorry's old team. Sound like they are really great for their players, and also have a banging crest. So I'm down. Yeah,
that's my team now. Eighth in the league. That's the kind of mid-table glory I want. So that's the group stage ended. We ended our holiday with the end of the group stage, and have been asked by lots of Swiss people, why aren't you staying for the quarterfinals or the final? It's like, we've got no money actually. But the quarters start next week, and so obviously England are playing Sweden, and Germany will be facing off against France. Thank you, France, for pulling through.
Honestly,
that is going to be such a good game.
It's going to be such a great game, and I'm very glad that we're not part of it.
Yes, me too.
It really seemed, when we were at the England-Wales game, it really seemed that we were going to get a Netherlands win.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, France pulled the socks up.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I had I feel like we all had the FOTMOB open on our like in
penalty
our bags.
2 minutes into extra time.
I mean, what are you doing at that
Honestly,
point?
what are you doing? But it was desperation, wasn't it?
What is quite weird, actually, I guess, before we run through the draw properly, is Viv Miedema did not get on the pitch in a game that they had to win. How are you not giving your all-time leading goal scorer any minutes?
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
I kind of got why she didn't start.
Yeah, bring her on as an impact, yeah.
But then to not give her any minutes at all is like, seems a bit... I guess they wanted the pace of Grant up front. Who else do they have?
I mean, it worked out for me because Berenstein finally got some points for my fantasy. So.
Also, guys, I have to say, I had Hannah Kane on my bench for my fantasy. Not that it wouldn't have been a wise choice,
but it would have been.
But it would have been iconic to get some goal points from her.
Any chance of an auto sub, or is that?
You know what? I haven't checked this morning, so we'll see.
Maybe.
I don't think there's a chance. I think she's like the last player on my bench. No shade.
Yeah, but I mean, France pulled through, thank God. So they will be playing Germany, and that'll be a very exciting game. And then on the other side of the draw, Norway's dreadful football has snuck them through as top of the group.
Still think they're going the whole way.
If they played,
knocking us out.
I think they can get. I think they can get into the semi-finals. I do. I mean, I do think that game could go either way.
Norway versus Italy.
Yeah.
So Italy came through second in their group.
Yep.
You're right. It could go either way because I do still think that if Italy go ahead first, I think they've got the skill to control a game.
Yeah, I do too.
I think they're in general a very organised team.
Yeah. That was the sense we got watching them, I think, the other night.
Yeah.
There were moments where once they won the ball back from Spain, they were actually able to control it quite a bit. And then I think Spain had to figure out how to break them down. But actually, I think it was kind of more individual mistakes than anything. That could be an interesting game. I do fancy Norway, I think.
Same.
I do, given how they've managed to get through.
They're just going to scam it.
Scam it with an 85th minute winner.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other game involves Spain, obviously, and Switzerland, who've made it through to their first group. Made it through to the knockouts for the first ever time. It was fated. Home Euros.
At the summit of emotions.
At the summit of emotions. Hopefully they've not reached the peak. Hopefully there are more emotions still to come. They made hard work of it.
They really did.
They did.
I have to say, in that game, I ended up rooting for Finland.
What?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, but I did.
How can you come to Switzerland and see how delightful the Euros have been and then not want
because
to
I think I have like something inside me for the underdog, and everyone was saying
Finland were not the underdog.
No, but they
Switzerland
were
the
amongst
underdog.
our friends. You were all so Switzerland coded that I just like suddenly my brain felt
Maya.
so sorry for Finland.
Hang on, Maya.
And it was so last minute that because it was so last minute. Finland were ahead.
You know what she's doing?
beautiful.
She's doing her Charleston bullshit again because
I don't
just
know,
being
I'm
a
just
contrarian.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. They
my
just got
blood
me.
is boiling.
No, Emma Coivisto.
Outraged.
I
I love Emma Coivisto, and I really miss her.
I was really gutted for them, but I obviously wanted Switzerland to go through. Like being here, seeing the vibe, seeing the atmosphere, the fans out in their numbers. People wearing Switzerland shirts in the streets every single day, regardless of whether there's a game or not.
Yeah, that's been great.
It's massive, and it has to continue.
It is continuing. I'm happy for them that it's continuing.
Where did you both watch the game? Because we weren't all together that night. So where?
No, we watched it in a kind of big bar pub with a couple of big screens.
Oh, fun!
It was really fun, packed full of Swiss fans, everyone cheering, and really exciting.
What about you, Maya? Where did you watch the game?
We watched it in bed in our hotel by the lake, overlooking the mountains.
Surprise!
Tired from some wild swimming.
Yeah, I had literally been swimming all day.
Guys, I'm so tired. I've been swimming today.
So had I, babe.
Yeah, I still made it out to a fan zone. So,
you guys, there wasn't a fan zone in this tiny hamlet.
Imagine if there was. But
Was
there
there
was
a bar?
giant
No.
screen.
There was
Was
no
there-
bar. There was just a supermarket, our little hotel that didn't have an evening thing, and one restaurant. So
you could
Maybe in the restaurant.
thank God I had my laptop with me. It
With
wasn't.
no-
I wouldn't even call it a town. It was
hamlet.
more of a hamlet.
It's like when you watch a location, like, there's this vibrant village with a church and a post office.
Yeah. There was a church actually.
Of course there was a church.
Yeah.
You could have watched a game in the church. I bet they would have done a screening.
That would have been the summit of emotions.
I should have asked them. But honestly, I enjoyed watching the game from my bed.
I mean, it's quite fun is to experience the Euros in a different way. We went to we watched the first half in a street food hall in Basel after having floated down the river, and that was delightful. And there was one girl we could see, so we were sort of sat outside the bar, and then there was one girl who was sat at the first seat directly opposite the giant screen in a Switzerland shirt, going through every single emotion. And it was both, I was like immediately, I mean, I had the right idea and was already rooting for Switzerland, Maya, but even though I hadn't been, I would have been rooting for after seeing her. But it also felt like a really weird like flashback to, like, I don't know, women's football in England, like 9 or so years ago of like being the only person in the bar who really cares about something. And she was really, really stressed, poor girl. And then we left at half time and went to the fan zone, which was packed out, absolutely packed out, full of people in Switzerland shirts. Some interesting reactions when Alicia Lehmann came on the pitch. Like, I think maybe she might have been the only player that some of the men in the crowd knew.
Yeah, I was convinced she was going to score the winner.
It did have that air, didn't it? But when the was it like 90+2 minute goal went in for Switzerland, it went fucking mad. It was mad. It was so cool to see. Unfortunately, I do think they are going to die in the next.
Well, let's see.
Mariona's got to mercy kill Leah Volti.
Oh my god!
I don't think she can.
That.
They're going to recreate that. Do you remember that photo of Sam Kerr and Christy Mewers after the Olympics?
Yeah.
After the US beat Australia. That'd
be quite epic if they recreated that.
Oh, poor Leah. It's been a nice run.
Well, we'll see. It's not over till it's over.
Mario's going to choke.
Yeah, exactly.
She'll see her beautiful girlfriend. And
what about the other 10 players in the pitch for Spain?
Wait, let me think. You never know with that lot.
I mean, also you do never know, because Spain, that's another game they didn't keep a clean sheet. And I don't think you can blame that on the fact that they're not playing their first choice keeper.
I agree. And don't forget, they've never been in the Euros final before.
Never been in the Euros final. They are like allergic to keeping a clean sheet these days.
Yeah.
They like their backline cannot deal with pace. Like, I think if unfortunately the Swiss front line, it feels like the players who have the pace are often dropping deep to actually make the crosses as well. But if they can figure out configuration, they're pacey players pushing that back line.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll see.
We'll see. Anything can happen in the Euros.
Anything can happen. It's going to be a crazy week next week.
All right, should we do a quick little, who do we think's going to make it through to the semis then?
Yeah, I think it's going to be England, Norway.
Yeah.
Spain, France.
The pain across your face as you figured that one out.
I think those would be the sensible picks.
Yeah,
based on what we've seen throughout the tournament.
I feel like Germany's going to do something though. I feel like Germany.
I would be 0% surprised if it ends up as Spain, Germany.
Just for a bit of difference, I'll say Germany. But I agree, it's England and it's Norway.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Switzerland. I do think it's Spain. But then I think Germany. I think Germany will get their shit together. I don't know who Germany are going to play at right back, considering Julia Gwyn's presumably still injured and Vamsa is presumably missing at least the next game for the incredible save.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like Ellen's a goalkeeper.
I'm so glad we got to see that.
I know, it's right in front of us.
It's very rare you get to see like a penalty decision and like not even need to wait for VAR. But yeah, that was definitely a penalty.
It happened. Jessie turned around and was like, "It's a red card. It's a red."
I was right.
Yeah, you were right. You saw it before the ref. You called it before the ref.
Get me on that pitch. But yeah, I just feel like, despite the fact that I have no right back and have to deal with the very pacey French wingers, I do think Germany will make it through.
For my predictions, I think I'm probably on the same page as Maya for a lot of them. Again, Germany, France really could go either way. I think Italy have a chance of beating Norway. Yeah. But as I said, I'm backing Norway to go the whole way. So yeah, TBC.
When you say you're backing Norway to go the whole way, so what's the Norway-Spain final, or what are you doing?
Ooh, okay, so Spain, let's say it's France. I think France will beat Spain. Norway, France final.
This is an insane prediction.
Sorry, I'm just going rogue, guys.
I love it.
I can't do a boring prediction.
Oh my god, yeah, put a bet on.
You should actually put a bet
on.
I
don't
not
understand
really
betting websites, but
no.
I'll get Suki to do it for me.
Yeah.
And we won't do it now because we're so Euros coded at the minute in Switzerland, but when we are back in the UK, we'll also check in on WAFCON because I am feeling increasingly confident about our Zambia prediction, guys.
Yeah, well, they say it came second in their group, right?
And so they're through. I mean, Nigeria are smashing it. Morocco are smashing it. Yeah, when we're back in the UK, we will check back in on WAFCON, and we will also check in on the start of the Copa America.
Ooh, it's all kicking off.
But I think That's all we've got time for. We should go out and enjoy the one day of rain that Switzerland has given us, which is a real shame.
It's just like being at home.
It's just it's the soft launch of returning to the UK. But yeah, we need to get out and take advantage of our last few hours here. So that is all we have time for.
Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, all of the socials at screamers_pod.
And make sure you subscribe to us on Spotify and everywhere else to make sure you're the first to hear our podcast when it comes out.
Bye.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.